Welcome everyone, welcome back. It is Monday morning here on the Sewing Quarter, and all this week, Monday to Friday, the 10 o'clock hour will be dedicated to Search for a Star. Now, Search for a Star started in, was it the summer? It was this, I think it feels like 100 years ago. And to our Wendy behind the scenes, she's worked so hard on Search for a Star, and we had hundreds of applications. So basically what we said, we threw it out there and said, right, okay, who wants to be here showing our viewers projects, skills, whatever it may be? We had hundreds and hundreds of entries. Remember, we asked you to make a little video of yourself. Embarrassing much. Yeah, lots and lots of people did it, and well done, congratulations, because you're all stars for doing it. So we whittled down through a long and lengthy process which took months, let me tell you. Wendy, Neil, Hayley, all of the team behind the scenes watching all of these entry videos, and then we invited some people in and we did some screen tests and everything else, and we whittled it down. And listen, if you were one of our applicants who applied, you're all stars. There's no winners, there's no losers in all of this. It's all about the great big family that is Sewing Quarter. Of course, we have to make decisions and we have to whittle it down to 5, but now actually we're going to hand the decision over to you. So we're going to meet each one of the 5 stars this week. So Angela will be meeting in just a second. Anna will meet tomorrow. Ellen will meet on Wednesday. Wendy on Thursday, and Jenny on Friday. So there's details about each one of the different stars also coming up in the promos and the adverts and everything else. And voting, because you're going to pick your favourite out of all 5, and voting will not start until 1 o'clock. When we go off air on Friday at 1 o'clock at lunchtime, then the voting opens. And you've got the whole of Friday and the whole of Saturday and the whole of Sunday and half of Monday, because at 1 o'clock on Monday, the voting is now closed. That will be the announcement we'll make at the end of Monday. And then we will announce, don't know when, but we will have announced very soon once we've collected all the votes. Anyway, listen, let's get on with it, shall we? Because then we can get over and meet Angela. Now, Angela's first show with us ever on the Sewing Quarter is to make a Mrs. H bag pattern, and we have got the convertible bag here. Now, this can be, if you want it to be, can be a little backpack. As you can see there, Angela's made it here as the traditional kind of messenger style, which I love. I love the colour combinations. Love the fact that also what you don't necessarily see from the front, look, it's got this extra little sort of tag onto the zip as well. Angela's added that as an extra little twist. And you've got the zip there at the back with an extra pocket there sort of close to you as well. A security pocket, I think we call it these days, don't we? So we're going to show you the kit to make the bag, and then we'll talk about the furniture separately. So in the kits, in the bundles, you'll have your fabric and your pattern and a thread as well. So let's start with this one that Angela has made up previously for us, which is this one. So if you want to make exactly this, this is what you get. Now, in a metre of this, in this bundle, you get a metre of your duck egg cotton canvas fabric, which is extra wide. Oh, how wide's extra wide, Hannah? 150, fantastic. Then you get your gold, and we get a metre of your gold, which is your quilting weight, and it's quilting width as well at 112. And then your feature fabric, half a metre, and this is called, it's the Jason Yenter striped floral on grey from the Doodle Blossoms range. Now look at that. As a fabric, the floral is beautiful, isn't it? Now just look on the finished bag at how Angela has arranged that floral in terms of the placement of the floral right down that centre stripe there as well, and then just echoed just underneath. It's beautiful, isn't it? Really nice. So £31.99. We'll have a quick look at the instructions as well, because the Mrs. H instructions are fabulous. Her patterns are amazing. Very concise. Of course, you can put your own spin on this. It does already have 2 different versions there, but again, if you want to twist, you want to make your own spin on this. Very simple and easy instructions. Very comprehensive. Great pattern pieces as well. Really high quality paper. But again, for those who learn visually as well as in words, perfect. Really, really good. Everything you need all of the way through. Well, listen, actually, Angela can tell us in just a moment, you know, just how simple those instructions were to follow as well. Right, next bundle is the bundle that Angela will be making in, I think, isn't it? It's this one, which is wonderful. And this is the one which features the cowhide fabric, which is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Now, this isn't a textured fabric, it's a printed cotton, but it has that real look, doesn't it, of a faux animal print. It's beautiful, I love it. You get a ½ metre of that. It's called Black Cow fabric from the Go Wild range. And then you get a metre of your red, and you get 2 metres. Sorry. Oh, sorry, a metre of your cotton canvas, which is extra wide, 150 wide. That's your 112 solid in the red, plus your thread as well, by the way. Oh, it's the Christmas thread. It's 000, which is your black. Oh, sorry. I thought that joke had disappeared when we put the tree away. Clearly not. Right, so that's £31.99 with the full instructions from Mrs. H as well. And third, and finally, and then we get to finally start and make, is this bundle here, which is beautiful. Now, imagine that floral on the front panel of the back. Wonderful. This is Anna Marie Horner fabric as well, and it's called Taffy Gossip. Well, that's a nice name, isn't it? Beautiful floral, lovely, lovely colours. You get ½ metre of that. You get a metre of your pomegranate, which is your 112 wide, and a metre of your cotton canvas extra wide, 150 wide fabric in fuchsia. Plus, thread-wise, 986. 986, which just goes beautifully with all of that, plus the pattern, of course. Now, there is furniture for this bag, which we'll talk about when we're over with Angela, but the 2 interfacings, which are the same that we used in the last hour, which are the H640, which is this one here, isn't it? This is the heavyweight interfacing. So we used this in the last hour on that front pouch pocket with Charlotte. So do be careful with this one when you're cutting it out, because this is a metre square. It is fusible, so you iron on one side, and it's your 1 metre piece, £9.99. You see this all the time, I know, but obviously, you know, because we're using it in this project, and Charlotte used it in the last hour as well for the cushion project, then it's good to show you right now. You won't have a huge amount left over of that 1 metre piece, so if you do want to multi-buy it, if you want to get a couple of those, then a good chance to stock up now at £9.99. The other interfacing that we used was the hemline iron-on interfacing, and this is the medium weight. Yeah, this is the medium weight. So again, this is iron-on for you as well. Be very, very careful with your cutting out, because again, this is a metre square, because it is tight for the bag project. You will make it, but you have to be quite thrifty nifty. £2.99. So obviously plan out how you're going to cut it out before you get started. £2.99. Okay, right, come on, let's go and meet Angela. I'm going to take the bag and my computer and everything else I need. Angela, this is your moment.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mwah. It's beautiful. Lovely to see you. Welcome.
Thank you.
You are the very first
I
of
know.
our Search for a Stars. How does that feel?
Scary.
You'll be fine. Be absolutely fine. Now, you come from the gorgeous county of Kent,
Yes.
which is, as we know, the gorgeous Garden of Eden, where all the most creative people come
Yes,
from.
as you know.
Well, you and I, at least. So you're in Canterbury, and your sewing club
is in Herne Bay.
is in Herne Bay,
Yes.
which, if anyone knows the North Kent coast, is the most beautiful, darling little place.
By the coast.
And you've got a studio there, and you
Yes.
hold regular classes, as you have done for years.
Adults and children, weekly courses and workshops. Yeah.
So are all of your ladies and children that you teach as
Yes.
well? Well, they'll
Yes.
be tuned in today?
Yes, they're not off school, but they said that they would record it.
Okay.
Yes, and
it's on YouTube forever.
Yes.
Now, sorry, we gave you this project to make this bag, and we're just going to have to. I'll have to talk for a second, because we've got a little problem, as you can hear, with Angela's microphone, which is a great start, isn't it, to Monday? So we'll get that swapped out for you. So here is the bag project, and the full kit to make that is at £31 and 99 pence. Now it is a convertible pattern as well, so you can actually convert this to a backpack as well if you want to. As you can see there, it's the standard kind of messenger style, but you can actually convert that to more of a backpack style as well. It's wonderful, and those fabrics are just adorable as well, which is really nice. So CLXC84 is your code. Right, Angela, we're all sorted now. Sorry,
Okay,
there you go.
hopefully.
That's live telly for
Yes.
you. Anything can happen. So, what made you enter in the first place?
I just fancied, I do tutoring anyway, and I teach anyway, and I just thought I might be able to do this.
And you were obviously, did you find out about us from watching or online?
I think I found out about it online, but it was more that you were looking for guest designers, and I thought I would apply. But then when Wendy was sending me these emails saying it was search for a star, I thought, oh, I said I didn't know it was searching for a star. I may not have gone in for it then, but anyway.
So what were the steps that led to today then?
Well, I got my husband into the studio.
Right.
I set up a table like this. He was the cameraman, and then I just did a demo of facing on a top.
Oh, okay.
So he was, partly.
So he was your producer
yes,
in your own studio?
And my cameraman.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And then we
so
just
he
set up, because
filmed
I
it?
don't really do vlogs or anything like that. I just do one-to-one, well, with groups, yes. I just don't have time to sort of do that. So it was a bit of a hit and miss thing, whether I could sort of teach just one-to-one, really.
And so far, so good?
Yes.
First time on telly, you'd never know that you hadn't done it 1,000 times already.
Oh, thank you.
Let's do some doing then, shall we?
Yes.
Let's talk about the instructions first of all,
Right.
because actually you're in a good position as a sewing tutor.
Yes.
And someone who loves.
Lots of instructions come in and out of the door. I have lots of different types.
So tell me about this one.
Well, it's got words and it's got pictures.
Okay, great.
And so there's different types of sort of learners, and sometimes they like to read, sometimes they just like to look at the pictures. So it's good that you've got the pictures. I usually look at the pictures and then I back it up with looking at the words if I'm not quite sure. So it's very good. It's got some good photographs, colour photographs as well.
It must be difficult as well if you are creating instructions, and I don't know whether you have done before, but if you're creating instructions, you've kind of got to try and cover all, haven't you?
Yes. Well, usually you work at it in your studio and do sort of prototypes and things. So you work forwards and then you work backwards and make sure it's all working.
And then try
You've
it
got
out
everything
on different people.
and every little measurement as well. Oh, wait, of course, try it out on guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Right, where do we start then? Where should we start?
Well,
There's quite
I'd
a few
like to show
stages,
you
aren't
through
there?
the bag.
Yes, go on.
Because it's got lots of elements.
Yeah.
We won't be able to go through all of it today because there's lots of elements. But it's got a patch pocket on the front, and it's got a letterbox zip on the back, and then it's actually the same inside. So you've got the letterbox zip inside.
Let's see whether we can show everyone at home. So so on one side you've got the zip and you've got the pouch on the other side. Does that make it more complex?
Well, it makes it that there's sort of two separate. You do the outer bag and then you do the inner bag, and then you focus on those two, and then you put them both together. So that's how I sort of, because there's quite a few elements, but they are repeated.
And then you added these little flourishes as well.
Well,
to
I
the
thought
zips, which
so,
think
because
that
I
was
thought you
cute.
get hold of the zip and you can't pull it across, can you? So
it's just a bit more elegant, isn't it?
yeah, it was just something to do. There was quite a lot of fabric left over.
Oh,
I have done
good.
a few other things.
Yeah.
I've done a little shopping bag.
Oh, show us.
Well, it's like, one of those handy things that you have in your handbag, so you just open it up.
And you made all of this with the
Yes,
leftover?
exactly.
Okay, so we won't get any instructions with these.
But it just shows you that you can do anything extra, and there's a little pouch in there with a little...
That's quite a big shopper there that you've managed to make out
Yes, I
of
know,
that as well.
with
That's
that
brilliant.
lovely fabric, with that lovely floral.
And again, using the same principle as you did on the messenger, we're keeping
All
that
matching,
floral
yeah.
right the way down the centre.
Yeah, I like it all to
Beautiful.
mix and match. I could have gone on further, but I ran out of time.
Oh, I tell you what, that's not bad going. That's not bad going at all. Fantastic. We've got a message in from Hazel who says, "Morning SQ and a very good luck to Angela." And Hazel's in Spain.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
That's
lucky,
very nice,
lucky
isn't it, for Hazel?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. And lots of people are getting in touch as well. We've had a message from Jill. We've had lots and lots of people who are messaging as well, who are welcoming you to
that's
Sewing
very
Quarter
kind.
and wishing you luck. And
Yes.
listen, and you would think maybe on a Monday that you might have, there might be fewer people around and whatever on a Monday because everyone's busy, but they're all coming out for our stars.
Oh, that's good.
Which is lovely. Right, where should we start?
Well, I'll just take you through the sort of components, and then we can start sewing.
All right.
So as they are the order in the instructions.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just sort of going through them as they are in that.
Okay, perfect.
So we've got the strap here, which is I sort of did like a sort of dummy. This is a little mini strap to show you just how you fold it over. So it's got interfacing on. Most of the pieces are interfaced. And then you fold it in like that, and then you just top stitch down it.
So a little bit like making bias almost, sort of like
yes,
bias
yeah.
tape almost.
Except it's not on the diagonal. Yes.
Not on the bias.
And then you top stitch it round there. You'd have the top stitching, and you could do that in a contrast as well.
Okay.
So that's that. So she says do that first, and then there's all these little with the D rings.
Yeah.
So we've got the small tabs here.
That's the, so yeah, carry on.
And then we've got, they call them the bigger tabs at the back, which are for the when you turn it into a rucksack.
Okay, yes. So you've got the D-rings there that can attach at the bottom if you want to convert it. We've got the D-rings available, so I'm going to show you the details for those. And you get 4 D-rings, which is enough to make 1 bag, obviously, because you need 2 here. And 2 at the back.
Yeah, and then that's just how I've just pinned it like that, just to show you that it's just turned in the same as the strap.
Okay.
So we'll leave that for a minute, and then these are all my. So this is the lining. So we've got 2 lots of lining. I've made it red actually. My lining is going to be red.
Okay.
And I'll take that off.
I love this cowhide
I know, isn't it
fabric.
lovely?
It's beautiful.
Very striking, isn't it?
Yeah, and you always feel like you can stroke it and it would be furry, and it's not. It's just got that look that it might be.
So this is the first bit that I'm going to do. Is the letterbox thing. So it's in the lining, but it's the same as the back. So all the instructions are in there. Shall I turn it around that way? And I've just pinned the zip on there because we'll need that in a minute. Yep. But this is how you mark it out, and I'm actually going to sew all the way around the rectangle and then cut it open.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to start at the end.
So just your regular foot for this?
Oops, I've gone a bit far. Yes, just a regular foot. Hang on, just getting used to the machine going. It's going 1 step in front, isn't it? I'm going to do it manually.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's another thing about Search for a Star is that if you haven't the machine that at home that we have here, it's getting used to a new machine. Well, I have got an Elna,
but it's a very old one.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Well, maybe it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah, yes. I've been using this one, and I was thinking that's true.
How many sewing machines have you got?
Oh, don't. Because I've got all sort of newish ones in the studio, but then before I got those, people would give me machines, you know, from their great aunt or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I've got some lovely. I mean, they're good, very good machines, but they're very heavy.
Have you got some vintage ones then as well?
Yes, some old Singers. Yes,
wonderful.
Yeah, ones in cabinets as well.
Oh,
People
really?
say, I've got this old thing in my garage. Would you like it? And
so do you have them displayed in the studio as well?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, those lovely black ones with the gold.
Oh, they're wonderful, aren't they?
So I'm just going to do like a manual stitch so I don't fall off.
Okay. So all of this is in the instructions anyway.
Yep. This is quite a useful skill because it can be used in dressmaking as well, the letterbox.
Okay.
I'm just going to get an unpicker.
Love the snips you were using there. I'll just show you where we've been stitching there. We've had so many messages, and there are far too many to read out. Thank you. Keep them coming as well.
So I'm going to get in with my unpicker to start with.
Okay.
Like that, but I'm not going to do it all with that because it's not very accurate. And then I'm just going to get in with my scissors.
Okay. Paula's in Kent, who's saying, hi, Angela and Derek. Happy Monday. Angela, you're a natural. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
She's sending love from Herne Bay.
Herne Bay.
Is that one of your ladies, Paula?
Might be.
Could be, couldn't it?
Yes.
Hello, lovely Paula.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Herne Bay is lovely, isn't it?
It is. My mum and dad are just down the coast in Broadstairs.
Yeah, you said, in Broadstairs, yeah. There was the blood moon, wasn't there, today? And they were all going on about it in Minnis Bay.
Oh,
that was
really?
the place to see it, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We'll have to ask Mum and Dad because they've been up at the crack of dawn this morning.
Right, so I've just cut it down here where the little triangles are, and then you turn it, so you've got to cut it right as near to the, can you see that?
Yeah, we were a bit late coming in, so I just want to, so right the way down there, and then right the way across into the end there. There you go.
So I'll need the iron now.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, no worries.
I'm going to put that in there, so you post it through.
Okay,
See,
yes, I see where we're heading
here. It's a bit
here.
of magic happened there.
Yeah.
But I haven't quite done it that well there, but you know. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to just, you have to be careful that because you've got the interfacing actually on there, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to iron it this way underneath first.
Okay.
Just sort of to set the stitches.
Yes.
That's a bit not so tidy, but anyway.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You're on live telly.
So just give it an overall. There's quite a lot you can do with your ironing. You can manipulate things a bit. Right, so I think that's that.
Thank you.
Do you want to take the...
Yes.
That's it, thank you. I think I probably could have cut down a bit further down there, but I think it's because I overshot.
Because of the machine.
Thing.
Getting
Yeah,
used to
should we
the
just
machine.
leave that
Yeah,
for
don't worry
so
too much about it.
I'll have a good side and a not so good side.
That's fine.
So,
like all of us. We all have an angle we prefer to be seen from, don't we?
I was going to say like Barbara Streisand, she's got a certain side, hasn't she?
Has she?
Yeah, she's always said that, I
Take
think.
me from this side.
Yes, I'm going to just close that. And then you stick that on there.
Okay.
And then you sew all the way around it. I'm going to get the little pull out of the way.
Yeah.
Like that. So I can pin it. I might if I had time, I might hand tack it to be very certain it's not going to move around.
What would you normally do?
I'd probably hand tack it.
Right,
yes.
okay.
There are certain times when a hand tack will be better. It just doesn't move about so much as a pin. But
Yeah, no, you just show us the way you would do it, and actually, as well, if you've got any tips along the way, any little shortcuts along the way, then we're happy to have them.
Okay.
Just to let you know as well, we've got a message on an email from your husband.
Oh!
Slash producer, slash cameraman. What's his name?
Oh, I can't remember. Anthony.
Anthony?
Yes, Anthony.
He's watching at home?
Is he? I hope so. I hope you're watching.
And Sky's your dog?
Sykes.
Sykes.
Sykes is the dog.
Sykes is the dog.
Is he happy?
He's watching as well.
Oh, good.
Is Sykes is happy as well, yes?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, good.
All happy.
Oh, dear.
And there's lots and lots of messages coming through as
brilliant.
well.
That's it. Right, I'm just going to sew all the way around, making sure that's kept flat. Oops, got the zip in the way a bit. You could use a zipper foot. I think actually Mrs. H says to use a zipper foot because you can get a bit nearer.
Yeah.
But as long as you don't go outside of the zip, then then
so
it's.
as long as you've caught the
yes,
zip
exactly.
in your
Yeah.
stitching. Yeah.
I'm going to go through this lumpy bit here, but.
And of course, the other thing about sewing on telly is you're standing.
Yes.
Whereas normally you'd be sitting, wouldn't
I
you?
would be sitting, hunched over.
Yes. See, that's the other thing that people forget sometimes is.
Yes, it's quite
actually,
different.
I'm usually sat down.
I think I'll go one more. And also, I've got black thread on the red, which shows up more. So if you weren't so confident with sewing around, you might like to match up the thread a bit.
Yes.
A bit more.
To make it disappear.
Yes, yeah. I always ask my students when they say they want a contrast thread, and I just say, are you sure? Because it might show up, might be more pressure to get it right.
Well, they'll only say it once then, won't they?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They'll go, ah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to try and get that zip out the way. Look, if I push it down, then it won't get in the way when I do the...
And this is how the zipper foot helps normally, because it's slimmer, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's easier to move the zip out of the way.
I'm just being a bit, you know... And I'm not quite used to this machine because it sort of goes on a bit at the end.
That's all right.
And that's it going through the zip, so don't worry about that. That's it.
It survived.
It survived. There you go. It's a bit creased there, but you know.
Michelle's in Kent as well. She says you're doing a fab job, Angela. Loving how you explain so clearly. Would a beginner be able to make this?
Yes, I think so. As long as you plan it all out, you've obviously got a lot of cutting out to do. Yeah, I think you would. So that's that. You've got the zip there, and then you just fold that back like that, and then we just sew down there, and then that actually makes the...
Okay, let me show you. This is the... Is this the inner pocket or the back pocket?
This is the zipped inner.
Zipped in the inner.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to show you that on the finished. So what we've just been making is... I don't know whether you can see that far down actually. Yes, you can. There's the zip. So that's what we're making. We're making the pockets. It's very yellow in there, isn't it?
It's a lovely cut. Very on trend, isn't it? This,
massively.
Like duster.
Oh,
yellow.
Yes. Yes. Well, there you go, Hannah. See? I've been telling you for ages the mustardy, kind of mustardy, custardy yellow. Colour of the year.
I think we weren't quite sure whether it would go, but it really picks out that lovely gold in there. You've got to have a sort of accent.
It's a very designer colour as well, isn't it? If I just fold back, you know, you see all of those. Amazing.
That's good.
Lots of fashions in autumn, winter have been featuring that colour as well.
If you go in the shops, it's full of it.
It's everywhere, isn't it?
Right, so I'm going to make sure this is out the way.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sew all the way around there, because then it would show up there. I'm just going to get that out the way, and then it's just sew round.
So you need to do a little bit of...
I'm just going to whiz along here.
Juggling and just keeping an eye on what you're doing.
Because you made an effort with that zip, so you don't want to see. And then just fling that out the way. Fling it.
Loving your pincushion, by the way.
Yes. What's the time?
It's a little watch.
Pin time. The seam allowance is 12 millimetres.
Okay.
Which is quite a sort of...
What's that in inches?
Oh, I don't know. I'm doing centimetres. But it's often in dressmaking it's 1.5, so that's what I'm used to. But 12, I'm not sure. Centimetre, maybe. But obviously it's a bag, so it's not... As long as you get the same seam allowance all the way through.
Okay.
So... Because you've got a different reverse on here that I'm not used to as well. Oh, I haven't gone over it then, have I? Hope not.
Oh, 12 millimetres, that's ½ inch, isn't it?
Is it? I'd look on a ruler to check.
Or is it quarter? Well, I see your brain goes out the window when you're on telly.
I've just got centimetres on mine.
It's all right, don't worry, I've got one here.
I've got my... I would look on here, you see, look. 12 it's just under half.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Just under half.
Yeah.
So I've sewn all the way around that, and then you've got your zip, your pocket like that. So that's the one there, and then you repeat it again, both the same on the outside.
Right, okay.
And then you've got that's the lining. The lining's red, and then I've got the patch pocket here. So I don't know if you can see, I've made it. So what you do. So everything's interfaced.
Okay.
So you fold it like that. As you can see, I've chopped a bit of interfacing on here to squeeze it on.
Okay, yes, because it's quite tight, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah, and then you interface the straps.
Yeah.
So you probably would need to add some intersections of that, not one long piece. So with this, you just, you leave a gap there, and then you just sew all the way around, or sew there, and then you turn it and cut your corners.
Yeah.
Turn it round the right way. Make sure you've got nice pointy corners. I do like a nice pointy corner, my students always say.
Okay.
Get a knitting needle or a chopstick in there.
Yeah.
And then I top stitched before I put it on here, I just top stitched at the top there. Just along the...
Yeah. And this is the end result.
This is the internal pocket.
Oh, this is the right, sorry, I beg your pardon.
It's a square one.
Okay. Oh, is this the one that you divide?
Yes, exactly.
So you can divide this into...
And I think on that one you can't see, but what you can do is I don't necessarily have to sew it now, but you sew it all the way round. Oh, so it's up that way. So you've done your top seam, you sew it all the way round, and then you can halve it. So you can get your phone in one side. I think on that one I did a little channel down the side for your pen.
Yes,
but
you do.
For whatever size.
Yeah, it's into 3, so there's like a larger one.
But you do it for whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know, if you've got a big phone, you can put it in there. Or
it's your bag. Have it your way.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen, Angela, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
I need to. Did I tell you that an hour just goes like that?
Yes, you did.
This is halfway through, so I'll be back. Don't do anything. I'll be back in just a second. Just have a quick look at the bundles for this bag. Is she lovely? Amazing. It's our first of 5 stars. Remember, you can write Angela's name down now for when voting opens on Friday as well. If you're thinking, right, okay, well, yeah, she's good in Angela, isn't it? Yes, very clear. Everything else, just make a note of Angela's name. All the voting details will be available at the end of the week anyway. So, the bag that Angela had pre-made is this bundle here, and that's the details we're looking at right now. 3 different fabrics, so you have 1 metre of your cotton canvas fabric here. It's extra wide, 150 centimetres wide in a duck egg. You get 1 metre of your quilting width, 112 gold fabric, and you get 1/2 metre of, this is Jason Yenta's striped floral on grey from the Doodle Blossoms range. And the great thing about this fabric is that it actually has, this is the way it's cut selvage to selvage, so we actually do get 4 lines of that striped floral going down your fabric. Now this is very, 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 very busy indeed. You get your full pattern, of course, included, plus your thread as well at £31.99, and it is beautiful. It's a lovely sort of designer inspired combination of fabrics and colours. It's lovely. Half the stock of that bundle has completely and utterly gone. There you go, Angela. There's testament to your success there as well. Half the stock of that bundle has sold out already. The one we're making right now is the cow bundle, which is beautiful. So on this one, you get 1 metre of your cotton canvas extra wide fabric, which is this one here, 150 wide. And you get 1/2 metre of your 112 wide, 100% metre, should I say, of your red, which is 112 wide. And here is your cowhide fabric. It's called Black Cow Print fabric from the Go Wild range. It's got a look of a texture. So it looks like it's going to be furry and you can stroke it like you were stroking a cow. But that's the look of the fabric. It's phenomenal. It's really, really good. And that's the one that we're actually demoing right now with Angela as well. It does come with the full Mrs. H instructions, plus your haberdashery, which in terms of this is your thread, isn't it? And it's the 000. If you want to add D-rings, other furniture, the interfacing, we'll talk about that in just a wee while. The 3rd bundle that we have available to make this bag, which remember can be a messenger, can also be a backpack as well, so you can convert it. In fact, if I show you from the front of the pattern just for a second, you can see it can be converted. In fact, they're both sort of messenger, but you can actually add straps to the back of this. There you go, sorry, that's right, you put the loop through it to actually convert it to more of a backpack. So this one, 1 metre of your fuchsia cotton canvas, which is 150 wide, 1 metre of your pomegranate, 112 wide, which is your quilting weight, and your Anna Marie Horner taffy gossip from the English Summer Conservatory range. It's the most beautifully vibrant designer fabric as well. £31.99. Does come with the thread as well. It's a really lovely one, 986, which is really nice, vibrant pink. £31.99. Right, okay. So we'll just have a little look at that bundle in completion as I throw threads around the studio, as I usually do. See, our stars are more professional than me after 10 minutes, which is amazing. So this is easy work, Angela, really, I have to say. Just in case you haven't met Angela, this is Angela Pressley, who is our first Search for a Star star. We're going to be seeing a different one every day at 10 o'clock from now until Friday. And then voting starts. Yes, I didn't know about the vote. Well, I know there was voting, but I didn't know when it was actually going to happen. Yeah, and it's not our team that are doing the voting.
No. Who is it? The general public?
It's all in your hands.
Ooh.
So there you go. Right, we've got about 17 minutes, Angela. So you use that time as you want to.
Let's just say we've done the, we've sewn round the patch pocket.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there with the pins. And now we're going to do the bottom of the lining.
Okay.
And we're going to, eventually, when we put the two together, the outer and the lining, we will unpick the lining and draw it all the way through from there. So what Mrs H suggests is that you do sew across here, but when you do, I think it's maybe 15 centimetres, you do a bigger stitch.
Right,
so that you can unpick
the same principle almost that we were seeing in the last hour with
the
cushion.
Yes, Charlotte
So you do your shortest stitch about 4.5 inches in on either side.
Yep.
And then the gap in the middle.
Yeah, because you want to unpick it and it just makes it easier, doesn't it?
And do you leave a little bit of a gap between where you change stitches as well?
No, I just change it like now.
Oh yeah, because you can still see it by that point, can't you?
So I will try and change it to make it bigger. 3. I'm going to put it on 3 just for this little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go all the way across if it's just, you know, and then you could just unpick a normal stitch.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. Although it does, when you put one inside the other, it does take a bit of strain, that gap. It could easily sort of rip or come undone.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So that's 3, and then I'm just going to go back to your normal 2.5.
So not a massive difference, just to make it easier then for you to get in.
Yes, to sort of identify really the middle bit. So I'm going to unpick, get my unpicker. No, I'm not going to unpick, I'm just going to use this.
Oh, hello, what's this?
It's, I think it's called a hero marker. You sell them.
Oh.
It's to do creases.
Oh, okay, right. I've just
if you don't want to get your iron out as well.
Right, okay.
So, you know, I've got a sewing room at home, but I have to traipse down the stairs to go to the ironing board.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes, and then obviously you use this for patchwork as well, don't you? Sort of to do a little bit of creasing and things like that.
Oh, so you are pressing with this?
Yes,
in
yeah.
effect.
You
Sorry,
just push it across.
I thought we were jumping to the unpicking. I was thinking you were going to
unpick
with it.
Sorry.
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's where my brain got confused.
It's just a very simple implement for just, you know, you just press it like that.
Okay.
Like that. Right, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this corner. I mean, they're both the same. I'm doing the inside and the outside's the same. But this corner here, so instead of sort of being internal, it's a sort of external, I call it a sugar bag bottom.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I'll just get my... So what you do is you measure down here 5. Like that. Just make sure you've got it up there. Just got it there. And then you just crease down there. I think this is the right way. Let me just check on the on the picture.
So again, you're going to use your hero marker just to...
That's the other way. It's like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the measurement there is
5 centimetres. Like that.
Or
and then
2
just,
inches.
Yeah. I'm just going to measure down there. It does crease it quite well. Look. And then you do the other side. Bring that down.
I was surprised actually, because you're not actually pressing down on it that hard, are you? But it's just making enough of an impression to
It's just something handy to have and just do this bit. I mean, you don't really have to iron it. There we go. These are very useful.
Yes, you could use the little Nancy tool for that, couldn't you, Hannah? The little card one. What's it called? Seems right. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, has that got all the measurements on? And
well, it's like a handy sort of credit card size, and you can twist it round. Yes. Yeah.
So let me see what happens now. That goes there, and that goes there, and it goes up inside itself like that.
Ah, okay.
Like that. And then what you do is you sew down there, and then you end up with that. You end up with that, how it is on the outside.
Okay.
So it's like sort of concertinaed up. So I'll put a pin in and then I'll...
I'm liking this little tool though.
Oh, I
That's
love
nice.
that.
It's like calipers, isn't it? I love that. It's very
I call it
technical
a
looking.
hemometer.
Okay.
But once one of my ladies went into a shop and asked for one.
A hemometer.
And then she came back to me and said, it's not called that, is it? It's called a hem and sewing gauge.
Oh, okay. She come back with a thermometer or something.
Well, no,
So
that's what I call it, a hemometer.
Okay, we need to show this to Ian, and we need some of these.
Oh, you do, you must do, yeah.
We've got versions of it on the website. I'm
just that you don't have to deal with any measurements, you just go up and down with that.
Okay.
You know, if you've got a hem, if it's like 3.2 millimetres, you just put it on that and then you just go round doing it.
Yeah, it's very precise, isn't it? And it stays in place.
Yes, we use them a lot.
Sorry, boy playing with new gadgets. Sorry. Put it down, Derek. Pay attention.
Right. And I'll just sew down here. This is black thread as well on the red, so you might like to do...
No, but that's good for the TV.
Yes.
Because it's good to
see my wobbles.
To stand out.
I'm going to do reverse. I'm not used to the reverse, you see, the button either. And then that side.
Do you make many bags for pleasure?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah. But a lot of my stuff is just sort of prototypes for the courses that I do. I just make stuff because, especially with the children, not so much the adults, but the children visually need to see what they're going to make.
Yeah.
So I have to make lots of toys.
And what kind of ages are we talking?
From 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I say if they can reach the pedal.
Yeah.
And they've got some dyslexia and a sense of, you know, that it's could be dangerous and that they're sensible. That from 7 years old. Some of them can't reach the pedal. Actually, we have to put a book underneath.
And do you teach children sort of in the evenings, at the weekends, or?
I do an after-school class, and then it's all Saturday mornings, 2 classes then.
Oh wow!
But they're all fully booked. Some of them I've had for a few years. I'm running out of ideas for them. I want them to tell me now what to do. But I've had them a long time, and now they're going on to do GCSE, textile design and things.
That's brilliant. And do you get a nice sort of even balance of boys and girls?
No.
Still mostly girls?
Yeah, but I've got a few boys.
Right.
Yep.
Good. No, that's good, because it's always good. You know, inspiring the next generation is so important, isn't it? With skills like this.
Exactly. There you are. Look.
Ah, there we are. Right. So let's have a little look.
So that concertina turning it inside itself has made that.
Okay. Let's just show you. There you go. There you can see. Oh, now that was...
So that's quite different. It's a bit of a twist, isn't it?
Yes, because it looks complex, but actually...
well, it was very complex, Derek.
The creator of course it was. You make it look so simple.
But anyway, it's a nice twist, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's lovely.
So that's that, and you do the same on the outside as well.
Fantastic. We have 10 minutes left now, so we can do a bit more, which is good.
So that's the inside, so we'll put that aside. This is the outside. Oops, I've got my equipment stuck there. I don't need that. And so this is the back of the, so this is what the colourway would look like. I mean, you can do it in anything, but it's black, and then with the hints of the red, and then you put the little, they're my tailor's taxes.
I realised that, just as I went for them.
I was going to get them out, but I thought, well, I'll just show you how I mark things, because you can do tailor's tacks or chalk or you know, anything that will mark. I just grab basically. So if I put the little tabs on there, and I've done my little, I think that was quite a nice feature there, because I've done it in red. The red shows. Oh,
so it's a little bit of a sort of a designer lining.
Well, it's sort of, because it's got red.
Yep.
The lining, it's actually shown round there. And then I just did that tab because you need something to hold on to.
Yeah.
So that's the front of the bag. And then you'll have this, you know, your patch pocket on the front, like this. So, but the first thing you must do is put the clasp on before you sew these two together.
Okay. And you used H640, didn't you? Just strengthen the...
Is that the fusible fleece?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Well, actually, she uses on the main bag. She uses a fusible fleece and the interfacing.
Oh, okay.
So what you do is, if I show you here, we put the interfacing on.
Yes. Yeah. So the interfacing here, and the fusible fleecing.
So in that order.
I can't show you. It's over there. But anyway, we'll put all the details on the screen anyway.
Anyway, so you can see the inside there, and you can see the little box corners of where I've done the tabs.
Okay.
So here, I've marked here where the clasp should go. Oops. So it's like that, and they've said to put a little bit of that on the back as well for reinforcement. So it just goes. I've actually I got my unpicker in there and did a little hole. I did that not live because I thought I'm going to like to go like that.
Straight through
so I thought I'd just do that before.
See, that's good that you thought about that though as well. That makes you a television professional already.
Right, so you can stick that through there like that. Turn it over.
So it's a bit like when you're setting a nail, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
For the bottom of a bag.
I did have holes in these, but it's not likely that I will be able to match them up. Or I might be able to push them through.
Yeah.
Like that. Anyway, and then you just bend them. Oh, no, you don't. You put that on. Sorry.
Put the base plate on first.
Yes.
Yeah. This is called a tuck lock, by the way. Nickel tuck lock, and you will need it in conjunction with this kit because it's the clasp for the front of the flap. So it's $1.99.
I think it might go the other way. You know, because that's protecting it, isn't it? I imagine. Or maybe not, no.
No, I think that's the strength
just,
and
yeah, make it so it's hard.
Just so it stays together, I think, isn't it?
Like that. And then you just bend it in. Like that.
So a very similar principle to a nail in the bottom of a bag.
Like that.
Yep.
And then you sew round.
Oh, sorry, do you want me to show you? I've got to model one. Beautiful.
It all adds to it, doesn't it? And the lobster, sorry, to reach.
Yeah, no, we'll do those in a second. So that's that one. And then we have some, oh, actually, we'll look at the front of this as well, shall we? So when that's in and done.
Yes, oh, there it is there.
How does the other
So
part just
so when
attaches
you've
to the
made
fabric?
the whole thing, what you do now is, so you just got to remember to put that on before you sew it.
Yes.
Because you just don't want it to show through to the other side. And then you're just going to sew all the way around here, leave a gap there, and cut your corners off.
Yep.
So you now have nice pointy corners. And then clip your curves, so we have nice curves.
Yes.
And then turn it around the right way. And then the actual this piece goes on the main flap of this. The flap, the separate flap.
So that's 2 layers interfaced. And then, so how does the top of the clasp?
Well, that was a mystery to me, but I realise it's got little teeth in there.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Let me show you.
It's very easy.
Yes, it's got, can you see them? Well, you can. Rah. It's got little teeth. And then you just push it together with the fabric in the middle?
You stick it on and then just press it together.
That's too easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is too easy. Because some of them, actually, in her instructions, it's a screw with 2 little screws, 2 really small little screws.
Oh, okay.
So there's all different types.
Okay, so that's easier, isn't it?
Yep. So
right, we've got about 4.5 minutes because you know time just.
So that's the front flap.
Okay.
And then you can imagine that that goes on the front there. Put a little tailor's tack on.
Yeah.
To get it into the centre.
To line it, yeah.
Because also I was worried that my chalk marks would disappear, so that's why I did the tailor's tack, so I knew they weren't going to disappear. So you would do the right sides together, the same as the lining, and then you would actually with this, because you've got to go. Hang on, let me just see what the.
Always good to go back to the instructions and have a little look, isn't it? Just to remind yourself.
So again, we're going to do the concertina bottom like that.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So you just, but because we haven't got a seam on that one, if you've got a crease in it, you know, with your the hero marker thing, then you can just measure from the crease rather than the actual seam.
Yes.
So so once you've made those, you put the this is inside out. You turn it inside out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it goes. I'll just show you.
Okay, so that's the lining.
Yep. And before you do that, actually, you put the flap on. So the flap goes on the back. So imagine if it was like that.
This is the worst bit of telly. This is where you go,
yes, well,
I need to do 15
I'd like
stages
everybody
and I can only
to see
pin
it.
them
I'd
all.
like everybody to see
I know.
it. So obviously that sort of flaps over like that. You get the idea. And then you'll have your lovely red.
That's stunning, actually, isn't it? With that combination of that lovely sort of cowhide fabric, which is
and then you'll have the
so
red
nice.
underneath. Let's just hold it up.
And just where you, that's true, yeah, because that's the patch pocket as
There,
well.
look.
Right, there you go. So you get a much better impression now of how that's going to look from the outside.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really, really classy
It's a
combination.
contrast between the floral, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stunning. I love the way as well, just as a little addendum.
Yes.
That
Well,
also,
Valentine's coming up.
This is what this is from the leftover fabric from the kit.
Yes.
So you won't have the instructions for this, but you can see the principle here. I love
to
that.
match.
It's a little Valentine's gift for the other half, maybe.
Yes.
That'd be quite cute, wouldn't it?
So
right.
you've done that, and then and at this point you put your little tabs on the.
To attach the
those,
D-rings,
yes.
yeah.
And then you just baste those on. And then to do the top of it, what you do is you put this right side, let's just move that way, right side, and you actually put that inside here, and you match up, it's a bit difficult to see, you match up the two
Actually, do you want
tops.
to talk through what you're doing on the finished bag?
Yeah.
I think that's probably
Well, it's a
the
bit
easiest
difficult
thing.
because you do turn it through.
Right, okay.
So the main thing is that you put the right sides together. When you put this bag inside there, as you can see, that's the right side, that's the right side. Put them all together, and then you sew all the way around, and then you're obviously sewing your flap in, and then the two little tabs as well. Yep.
All in the instructions.
Yes.
Which is
that's the
brilliant.
magic bit when you pull it through, and then you unpick in the lining, and then you pull it through.
Amazing. We just need to mention the swivel clips as well and where they sit in the whole scheme of things and how very, very quickly this converts from...
Yes.
You know, so we'll look at the swivel clips first.
Would you like me to convert it?
They come in ones as well, don't they? We only need one, don't we? Yes, no, you need two, don't you? Yes, of course. Yes.
So you
and this is how we
unclip it.
convert. So you undo your clips from either side.
Might make it a bit bigger.
And just move this to one side for a sec.
And then you feed it through this little tunnel. Obviously, you've got to put this on as well to the main fabric.
Yep.
Like that. And then that just goes down on there.
Oh, cute. We're just putting
It's
the
good,
details
isn't it?
of the adjustable buckle on your screen now as well.
Like that.
Oh, cute.
Nice, isn't it?
That's lovely. And really,
And
really
then you
nice
made this
as a bag
because
as
obviously
well.
it's easy to pull along.
That's fantastic. I love it. Did you enjoy making it as well?
Yes, lovely. Love that fabric, especially you've got a border here. You could just position it. Yeah, and I like that yellow. I like the yellow.
Do you know your hour?
Yes.
Wave goodbye to it because it's done.
Is it finished?
How did it feel?
Brilliant.
Good.
Yes,
Enjoyed
lovely.
it?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic. We've had so many lovely messages of support
thank
for
you.
you as well.
Thank you to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, star number one is Angela Pressley. Make sure you write Angela's name down, keep it to one side for when voting opens on Friday lunchtime. Are you going to spend the weekend with your eyes closed like this? I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. Thank you so much for coming. It's lovely to meet you as well. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing lots more of you in the future as well. I think so. Thank you, Angela. Here is the finished bag that we have right now. This is such a lovely kit. Didn't she do amazingly as well? Absolutely incredible. Huge, I can hear a huge round of applause from the whole of the UK ringing round for Angela as well. What a lovely, I mean, great first show as well. The funny thing is as well, you know, you learn in different ways from different people and you have those little eureka moments, and I had quite a few in that hour as well, you know, where things just sort of come together. And again, considering microphone broke, other things, new machine to get used to, that's live telly. So if the other four are watching, the other four of our stars are watching right now, that's the bar set now, which is amazing. Right, okay, let's talk through the bundles. First of all, the one that Angela pre-made, so the full bag that we had made up. Remember, you get 1 metre of your cotton canvas extra wide fabric at 150. You get 1 metre of your solid, which in this case is a lovely sort of mustard. It's called gold. So you get a metre of that, that's 112 wide, and half a metre of your Jason Yenter striped floral on grey, which has the floral, by the way, selvage to selvage, has the floral stripe 4 times over, it's worth knowing. Full instructions with that as well for you, plus the thread coming in at £31.99. Obviously you need to add furniture to that, and I don't mean tables and chairs, I mean the D-rings and the swivel clasps and the clasp, the click lock. Click lock? Is that what we called it? Click lock. The lock. Anyway, here's another bundle. This is the one that we were making with in this hour. And we got a fair way through that, actually, considering all the nattering that we were doing as well. So with this one, a metre of the cotton canvas fabric in the black, which is extra wide, of course, a metre of the red 112 wide 100% cotton, and half metre of your black cow print fabric as well, plus your thread. Full instructions as well. Remember, you will need to add your H640 and your interfacing to your order as well if you need some. And they come in metre pieces each. So you need to be quite sparing for this bag project and really plan it out quite carefully. In fact, the best thing to do is probably, and I'm not saying this for any loaded reason, I'm not on commission, but get a couple of sets so you've got some anyway. You'll use it for other projects. And your leftover fabric makes lovely little projects, as Angela demonstrated there as well. This bundle is a metre of the cotton canvas fabric, 150 wide in fuchsia, a metre of the solid pomegranate, which is 112 wide, and the feature, which is the Anna Marie Horner. Poor Anna Marie. She gets called all sorts, doesn't she? Bless her. It's the Taffy Gossip fabric from the English Summer Conservatory range, plus your thread, of course, and the full instructions. I have loved that. I have loved that. And I'm going to be here to welcome Anna, who is here tomorrow as well as our second search for a star. She's doing a quilting project tomorrow. We're going to be meeting Ellen on Wednesday, Wendy on Thursday, and Jenny on Friday as well. And voting will open at 1 o'clock on Friday lunchtime after the last live show. More details coming. Charlotte's back with that Bargello quilt, so I'll see you back here in 3.